sports reporting. It's a 15-yard penalty. First down. You know nothing about sports.
No, it's prod, not the beat.
You know nothing about
On the couch watching TV with my wife about to fall asleep.
Oh yeah, I was watching first
Just
40.
finish eating. Just finish eating, man.
I was watching first 48 with my wife.
Wow.
Oh man.
Wow. Yeah, we was out clothes shopping for picture day tomorrow.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
I couldn't make my usual run to the store and get
Mm-hmm.
I had a dentist appointment, so I had to use 4 hours of leave. And when I got back at noon, I just went ahead and just said, let me just go ahead and ride this thing out till 4:00.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
For real.
Good for you. Because I would have went home.
Hold on, big. You said you'd have went home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I'm at home.
Well,
So
all right. Well, let me put it like this.
what did I say before we started this?
Let me put it like this. I would have closed my laptop and said, screw this job. And went downstairs.
Oh shit. Yeah, man. But this week the NBA got started, bro.
Yep. We
of course,
back.
my Pelicans got killed by a Ben Simmons-less 76ers.
My Rockets got mollywopped by the Timberwolves, but we got 4 19-year-olds, so I don't even really care. I have no pressure this year. I'm dope.
We got beat by the Warriors, but we got 6-7 geriatrics. So.
Hey, look.
And then Russell Westbrook had the same amount of turnovers that he did baskets.
Yeah, 4 points and what? How many assists? 11
4
assists,
points,
like that?
4 points, 4 turnovers, 4 fouls.
But look,
Useless.
Yeah, what y'all just said, man. B, your team is on the downside of the spectrum. K-Man team on the upside.
Opposite ends. But with that goes, his team is a contender. My team looking at the lottery next year. So one has hope, and that hope for being good. The other one has I'm talking about us. We have hope for being good down the road. The other one has expectations of competing and pressures that I no longer have to worry about. Thank God.
Yeah.
So go ahead, B.
No, I was just gonna say, I will say for pretty much a brand new team. I mean, we looked okay defensively. I'm not so much concerned about the offensive chemistry as I am the defensive chemistry.
Right.
There were some defensive possessions Tuesday night that really, really concerned me.
I watched that game.
Open layups, tons of open shots. Nobody was closing out. And I get it. It's a marathon. It's an 82-game season, and you got these amount of old dudes on your team, and everybody ain't gonna be just running out to close out on somebody. But
not in game one.
I wasn't really pleased with the defensive effort. I was glad to see AD look like his old self though.
My only thing around that, man, with the Lakers game that I watched, the Lakers didn't really play defense, but of course it's the first game.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think once that team gets to play together more, I think that Lakers team would gel. Everyone would get to know everyone.
It was three preseason games.
Right.
What? 2 weeks? 10 days of training camp?
Yeah, I think it's there. Mm-hmm.
It's a jail type thing for all these teams. All these teams with so many new pieces to them. The teams that are together, you'll see them. They're like how the Bucks look
In B League. coming at you, man. This is my take on your team, man. Because if you think about it, man,
the fans don't know who his team is.
Yeah, for the record,
Lakers.
my NBA team is the Los Angeles Lakers.
But check it out, B.
My team is the Houston Rockets, and Sean,
I'm the Pelicans. I'm a homer. Yeah. But B, check it out. All your people on your team, just about, were previously the number one person on their team. How is that going to? I'm curious to see how is that going to gel when everyone used to be in the number one. Now Carmelo's kind of accepted his role. You know,
Carmelo, he was a 6th man on Portland.
Exactly. Yeah.
Russell Westbrook was number 2 to Bradley Beal. So, you know, but the thing is, Russell Westbrook and Brown are really good friends, and so I think that I don't really see us having an issue with egos.
No,
if that's what you're getting at. The egos are not going to be the problem. It's playing style. I saw a lot, well, not a lot, but a few occasions on Tuesday night, Frank Vogel tried to play both Russell Westbrook and Rondo together.
I ain't like that either.
And that was a train wreck. That was a train wreck. You know, credit. I will give credit to Russ. He didn't play horrible. Like he tried to make himself a part of the offense. Like he tried to share the ball. He tried to get other people involved. I give him that. But teams were, or I wouldn't say team. The Warriors were routinely giving him like 6 or 7 feet to shoot.
Yes.
When he was behind the line, and
yes.
he bricked every single one of those shots. They weren't close.
Yeah.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem that you're going to have. It's the same problem that we had when he was on our team. Same problem with the Wizards had. Russ can only play a certain way. The problem with the way Russ plays is that it means one of your bigs have to move because he has to crash the boards so he can get his stats. Russ is going, unless you're going to try, it's pretty much spitting a square peg into a round hole with Russ. And you're just going to have to live with it because you're not going to move your bigs. So Russ has to learn how to shoot better. Earlier in the game, they gave him a wide open spot. He dribbled up and then went closer for a better shot. That's what he has to do more often. He just has to do that more often. Defensively, he's a liability.
Yeah.
Yeah, and from what I saw, man, you're right. He's definitely going to have a better jump shot. Number one. Number two, on the defensive end, you're going to have to play a little better on the defensive end. My thing was he to me, like he took too many chances, like you said, trying to get into the offense. In my opinion,
Russ's problem on Tuesday night was, I think there were nerves involved. Number one, there were nerves involved. You back home in LA playing for the Lakers, and one of the 2 or 3 most, storied arenas in the NBA. So I think there were a few nerves involved. I mean, you go from the Wizards to this. I mean, that's a different ball game. But he is what he is defensively at this stage in his career. It's gonna have to be schemed by Frank Vogel to get this team to play, the type of defense that we're capable of. Individual defense, individual effort on defense matters. I like what Avery Bradley was able to do for 3 minutes when he came into the game in the fourth quarter, especially defensively. Although he did foul Steph Curry on a 3-point attempt, I don't know why, but it's gonna have to be a scheme type thing. I like that we're starting AD at the 5. I like that DeAndre Jordan is the first center off the bench right now. It's the first center off the bench in front of Dwight, because all Dwight want to do is just try to beat up on people. I don't know if he really cares about basketball anymore. He just wants to bully people, and I don't know. It is what it is.
All right, let's talk about some other teams in the West. So we talked about the Lakers. Then the defending Western Conference champions, and this is our NBA preview. We have the Phoenix Suns. What do you guys think? Yeah, what do you guys think about their prospects this year?
They got fortunate last year. I mean, let's just be honest. They got very fortunate last year. They didn't have to beat Kawhi. They, you know, I think that they caught lightning in a bottle last year. Everything you hear talk about everything going right for a team.
Mm-hmm.
Everything went right for them last year.
They
didn't have any major injuries to speak of.
True.
They didn't lose any starters for any extended period of time that I know of. So I feel like they, you know, they got lucky last year. I'm gonna just say it. They got lucky last year.
They broke down when they got into the playoffs, and people like Chris Paul got hurt a little bit and had some COVID issues and stuff.
Only one person broke down.
But
soft tissue injury McGee.
I didn't see the game, but from the highlights I saw of that game, Denver just outplayed them. And Jamal Murray wasn't even at the game. That's what got me.
Yeah,
just think if Jamal Murray was there.
They're still a very young team.
Yes.
They're a very young team, and with teams healthier in the West, the Clippers are healthier or will be healthier, will be a factor. Dallas will be a factor. Yeah, Dallas is going to be a factor. Denver is clearly going to be a factor.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, Utah is going to be a factor. Kennedy shake his head. Utah is going to be a factor, man.
Yeah,
they're going to be a factor.
They will.
No. Carmelo's not walking through that door anymore. John Stockton is not walking through that door, and God rest his soul. So Jerry Sloan is not walking through that door anymore. I'll get to those frauds later.
You forgot about Jeff Hornacek.
Yeah, he's on our bench. I would say
no love for George Karl.
No. What I would say about the Phoenix Suns is the only issue I have with the Phoenix Suns is Chris Paul opting out of his deal. Financially, I understand it. Make more money. The problem I had with it is when we got to the finals, we in our group chat, we always said they need veterans. But because he opted out and got more money, it makes it harder for them to get more veterans. And probably him opting out also probably hurt them in signing DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that could come back to bite them later on this year. I don't know. But they do need some veteran presence. You know, how PJ kind of helped the Bucks last year. They need that, someone who's been there, or at least, because they're so young.
Yeah. And they have a great nucleus. And I said they got lucky last year. Let me walk back on that a little bit and give Monty Williams a little bit of love.
I was going to bring that up, man. Coach of the year.
Monty Williams is a phenomenal basketball coach. For him
DC's own.
Yeah. For him to have gone through what he went through with his family and to bounce back to this point is incredible. It's flat out incredible. So I'm gonna show Monty Williams some love, but in that same breath, they got fortunate. Yeah. It's unfortunate that they couldn't close the deal, but it wasn't their fault that they went up against a veteran hungry Milwaukee team that just they weren't going to take no for an answer. Giannis was not going to take no for an answer.
Even with that knee going the way it did, he still was like, nah, I'm still playing. Even though his brother had COVID and almost passed it to him, he was not going. He was determined to get that championship. I like if Jamal Murray. This is just my opinion. If Jamal Murray were on this Denver Nuggets team, and he might come back in April, they're clearly, to me, the best team in the West, and they would walk to the NBA Finals. But he's not there, and then you don't know what he's going to be. ACL. I mean, with football, it takes 18 months. I mean, basketball is a different beast of just running up and down the court. I mean, modern technology and medicine. So but going at, a lot of people don't, forget about this, but Jokic is the reigning MVP. He is the best big man in this league, and he's only getting better. I don't know if Porter Jr. is going to do anything.
And the Joker's game to me, man, when I first saw that dude play, I'm like, man, come on, man, this big goofy dude, but he's pretty good when you look at it from a fundamental perspective. He plays hard, he hustles,
My thing with Jokic is he has an incredible amount of he can play both ways. Like, he can play new school and he can take it and play old. He can take it down on the block and play old school. His feet are incredible, and he has such soft touch around the rim. I mean, you say he's the best big man. Overall, he's top 5. Me.
Yeah, right now in the league, yeah.
5 player, period. Big man aside, he's top 5 player, period. And I like the Nuggets. I don't get the hype around Porter.
He was consistent to be the number 1 overall pick, but then hurt his back when he was at Oklahoma or Missouri.
Missouri, yeah.
Missouri. And then so it's potential, but look, he already got back problems when he was in high school. Same thing with Embiid. That's why I don't trust Embiid. Embiid had back troubles at Kansas. So when you start having these things and they just start to keep coming on, I just don't trust you. That's my thing about them. I like the coach. I like the organization.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you the 2 teams I was surprised with, man. Both from the Eastern Conference. Charlotte, I was surprised by them Bamas. And the Bulls. The Bulls look pretty decent. When I watched the Bulls play, I said they got some players on the team, but Charlotte is going to be a problem in the East. And also, I watched most of the Wizards game, man. The Wizards look good. I couldn't believe it. Montrezl Harrell going off.
I need to clarify something. Who exactly who is Charlotte going to be a problem for?
For Waffle Houses?
The Bucks.
For girls in the camp.
Whoa. You said Charlotte is going to be a problem for the Bucks?
I think so.
When you mean Bucks, do you mean the actual basketball team or Deer? I'm just trying to figure out.
That's on their jersey, K man. Come on, man. The Milwaukee Bucks. But here's the thing, man. No. I watched part of
I can't go with that one.
No.
I watched part of the Charlotte game. And I looked at, I said, because they're moving the ball around pretty good. Now, Memphis is going to be good, too. Memphis looked pretty good. And when I watched the Bulls have made some pretty good additions to that team. And I'm like, okay. And I watched the Knicks game. The Knicks game was, oh, man, man, your boy Jaylen Brown is back. He hit dropping dimes on him, man. I was like, man.
Can we just take a moment to give this man his flowers while he's still here? Because Jaylen Brown never, and it's really not his fault, because I mean he can't play a full season. I mean it's something always wrong with him. But when he's on the floor, bro, does he not look like a top 5 player, top 10 player in the NBA?
Yeah, man. You said it before, B.
He came into this league as essentially defense and could jump, and he's just, as the kids say, because I'm not, he's just adding to his bag year after year after year. But as you're right, Brandon, it is injuries. It's just he can never stay healthy. He can never be that co-pilot for Tatum.
Right.
And they've been cursed with problems at point guard, either be it Kyrie or Brooklyn's own Kemba. And And so, but yeah, his issue is health.
Yep.
Yeah, the Knicks. When they showed that last play, cause I was upstairs in the bed chilling, my wife was asleep. I'm watching the game in the bed. I'm watching. When it went to overtime, I wanted to yell, but she was over there asleep, so I couldn't scream like I wanted to. But this shows something, man. When Jaylen Brown, I think that was him, hit that three. No, my bad, Marcus Smart.
Marcus Smart, yeah, he tied it.
Smart hit that three. Kemba Walker's going towards the paint. And everybody's like, "What are you doing? You gonna leave him open with a three?" And then when they played it back again, and I thought about, I said, "Damn, what kind of defense was that, Knicks?" I'm like, "What the heck?"
You can look back on the past. How many years has Kemba Walker been in the league?
About 8.
8.
You can look back the past 8 years and ask that same question over and over again. He's never played defense.
Look, let me take y'all back. I'm gonna take y'all back on this one. He has only been hyped based off the Big East tournament. When he did the little run in the Big East tournament, he got on everybody's board, just like Johnny Flynn did. And what happened?
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Flynn got picked over Steph Curry. When everybody looked at the Timberwolves, like, what are y'all thinking?
Yep.
He's New York City, so New York City's dudes get hyped, just like Steph Curry. I mean, Stephon Marbury. At the end of the day, I'm gonna say this out there loud. New York basketball players overrated.
Well, you got to think, K-Man.
No. Ain't none of them can hang with my youngins. No one can hang from them youngins in DC and the ones who cross over to PG County, even in Southern America, they can't.
I might give you that.
And then you go to the LA boys. Come on now, they're overrated.
That was always an argument growing up, K-Man. Me watching college basketball, New York ball handlers versus the DC Metro Baltimore ball handlers, always. But because of the Rucker and places like that, where they play basketball, they got some of the best handlers
in the Big East tournaments in Madison Square Garden.
There you go.
ESPN is in the backyard. Blah 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 blah.
There
But they
you go.
overrated. They overrated.
Bruh, if the run and shoot got half as much press as Rucker, it wouldn't be a contest, bro.
It wouldn't be.
It would not be a contest.
It would not be.
I heard that name, man. Off there, man. Run and shoot. Oh, man.
I only been there once. I got ran off the court. I was like, I'm not doing this again.
Hey, man.
It's not a game up there, bro.
It's not. It's not.
Why?
No. Kind of like when it opened, man, because like I said, my barbershop up in Suitland, I used to hear dudes tell my man, yeah, I'm going to be at run and shoot around about midnight. I'm like, at midnight?
Yeah.
Huh? So
I knew this
one time at midnight, and they had dudes in there really balling.
I knew this girl named Danielle. Danielle used to play, I think she was on Elizabeth Seton's basketball team, and then she was on Howard's basketball team. And I remember her saying, man, I go to run and shoot all the time. And she took me up there, and because she said she could outplay me. Yes, she could. And I got ran off the court. I haven't been back since. They don't play up there. They just, it's, that Kevin Durant documentary that was really terrible on Showtime, but it's like something in the water. It is something in the water. In PG County, DC, Baltimore, it's something in that water. Man, we got all these kids coming to Montrose Christian from all over the country.
Yeah. Because, I'm tell you, like I said, I've been to run and shoot about 5 times. The first time I went, it was right after the barbershop. It was a Saturday. It was about 9 of us. Went up there, man, around about 1 o'clock. I said, all right, I'm sitting down watching. I said, I ain't go ball. I'm going to watch these dudes play. I said, all right. Then the last 4 times I went back, it was like at night. And it was like a whole different group of Bammers out there. It was like a serious game. These Bammers at 10:30, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night, balling out, doing alley hoops and stuff. I'm like, man, who is this? It's
yeah. The run and shoot was the G League before the G League became the G League.
Yes.
Yes, pretty much.
Pretty much. I mean, and as you said, I was going back to the East. We haven't talked about 2 teams in the East. 2 favorites in the East.
Ooh, Miami.
One, please. One being the defending champion Bucks, and the other one being the team in Brooklyn. The other team in New York.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. As far as the Bucks are concerned, my only concern for the Bucks is Grayson Allen. That's my only concern. Y'all want to repeat? Play him less minutes.
DiVincenzo too. Just skip. It's no surprise he gets hurt. They win the championship. I'm saying.
My thing is
he always every time I watch him, he ruins their offense because he still thinks he's back in Villanova, and it's like, no, this is the pros.
Yeah.
My thing is with the Bucks, and we were texting about it. The rings. Did y'all see them rings, man?
I could skate on them things.
You can take the top off and do the bug.
Right. What are we doing?
I could jack my car with one of those rings. All right.
I mean, what are we doing? Like
you got a QR. Like, it's funny. You said something about a QR code, and I'm just like, oh my god, it's a QR code.
Yeah. Oh man.
And it has a slot where you can put a chain through it.
Yeah.
Or you can make it a pendant.
Yeah, it can become like a medallion type thing. But B, I'm with you, man. What are we doing? Here's the thing. This is what we're doing, B. This is the new game now. When you win a chip, no matter what sport it is.
No.
You have to out-top the next person's ring.
Absolutely. I remember seeing the Caps ring. I remember seeing the Nationals rings. and then after the Nationals ring, I saw, God, who was it won the Super Bowl? Somebody who won the Super Bowl. I think it was the Chiefs ring, and it was just like, ooh.
Oh yeah. Here's the thing. I bet you every team, when they get to that point, they got somebody specifically hired to design a ring better than the last championship, whatever sport it was.
I think it started with the 06 Heat, because I see Shaq wears that ring a lot. He doesn't wear the Lakers ring a lot. He wears that one because it's so big and gaudy. So I think it started with that. And as far as the NBA, I don't know how baseball transpire. But yeah, to me, I like the Bucks. I think they need probably a trade for one more piece later on. And as far as Brooklyn goes, even with the melodrama of one Kyrie Irving, they are still the best team possibly in the league. They got top five players.
Yeah, because KD can turn it on when he wants to, man.
Hey, look, in the NBA, to win, you need 3 stars or a superstar and 2 stars. They got 2 superstars.
Yeah. The only thing they don't have is a coach.
Yes.
And that, I feel like that's going to end up being their downfall.
Yes.
Steve Nash. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So look at
because there was a time in the game. There was a time in the first quarter. Brooklyn had gotten down almost 6.
Mm-hmm.
I mean 6. They had gotten down almost 20. It was like 6 minutes something left. They had gotten down by almost 20. Budenholzer was up, pacing, still coaching. And Steve Nash just sitting. He just sitting over there like he's waiting on DoorDash or something.
That's my thing, man. You down by almost 20 points. You just sitting back like this on the bench.
Yeah, and I'm like, I know there's a calm in knowing that you got 2 top 5 talents on your roster. And I mean, yeah, they did come back and make it a game, as NBA teams tend to do, especially good ones. But I have a problem with that. Like, why are you not up, like, coaching? Like, why are you? I don't know what you're doing.
He looks like how Phil used to sit on the bench. Only you don't got Phil's resume, and yeah, it's a problem that I have. But they picked him for a reason. I think they picked him for all you do is roll out the balls.
Yeah,
that's all you're supposed to do. Don't tell me what to do. We got rid of a coach because we didn't like what he was doing. We didn't bring somebody else credible in. So hey, just stand there.
You know who he reminds me of?
Who?
Mike McCarthy.
Could be. Well, look here. I'm America. I'm about to put both of these guys on the spot because I want to get y'all take on this mess here. So, K-Man B-Wig, if you guys were in charge of the 76ers, how would you handle this Ben Simmons mess?
I call GMs, see what my best offer is, take it and get him up out of there because there is nothing good that's going to come out of him staying on that roster. Nothing.
For me, if I was in charge, Daryl Morey, I want to also say this is a kind of a Schadenfreude. For all y'all people don't know Schadenfreude, it is pretty much taking pleasure in someone else's misery. Daryl Morey used to be the Houston Rockets GM, left, saying I was going to take off a year, and then 2 weeks later went to Philly, and he used to take advantage of a lot of teams, and now he's trying to take advantage of a lot of teams, and they're looking at him like, "Are you crazy?" But, and the reason why he hasn't getting traded is because he's asking for too much. Because, Ben Simmons, for all his issues, is talent-wise generational. Mentality-wise, he's a 4-year-old. So, yes, I would try to find the best offer. Get his, try to, whoever, just try to get the best offer because he's going to be a problem for my team. My star already said, I'm not here to babysit him.
Right.
Yep.
Which he used that word babysit because he says he's being a baby. He got suspended because he finally shows up to camp. They asked him to run a drill. He says no. They asked him again and they suspended him.
Yep.
And now it's mentally something.
Now today he told him that he has back tightness. The reason why he didn't do his workout. And now there's a meeting scheduled with him and the 76ers brass. So I guess I don't know. I don't really know what the meeting is for.
No.
To be honest.
He wants out.
Yeah, basically.
He wants out. And he wants out because, let's be 100% honest, he's soft.
Yep.
Jason Kelsey said it. All you got to do is play and the city will love you. Philly's hard, but that's any city.
They say at a Philadelphia Flyers game the other night, people were booing Simmons. He wasn't even there. But my thing is, who's going to take that big contract that he still has? I think he had like 3 years left or something like that.
Yeah, there are teams.
Minnesota's
probably
one.
maybe a 3 or 4, maybe if not a handful of teams that are willing to take on that contract.
Ooh.
So it's just that, like Kennedy said, Morey is trying to get a Harden package and more for Simmons, and it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, and Morey has a lot of his disciples spread around the NBA. Well, it's funny, he was talking to Minnesota in the offseason, and one of his disciples, who was the GM, just abruptly after A-Rod's team took over, they fired him. But that was some backstory stuff over there. He got a disciple over in Sacramento, got his disciple in Houston. But I don't know. I don't know who's gonna take that deal.
I got one more question about this for y'all. When he does return to the team in the locker room, what do you think the mood is going to be in that locker room? Do you think the other players going to look him in the face and say, "Hey, man, what's going on? Glad you're back," or is it going to they're just going to shun him and not talk to him?
I don't think he returns. See, that's the thing. Like, we may have seen the last time of him being in that locker room because it's too toxic now. I mean, you already had Joel Embiid come out and say, "I don't care about that man."
Yeah,
I think he has to play because it's for his trade value. The last couple games that hurts his trade value. I got to see him. You have to have him play to show, okay, yeah, he's worth it or something like that. But but that locker room goes how Joel feels. If he can go up there and man himself up and apologize to Joel and everything's good, everybody else will fall in line. It's not Doc. It's not Elton Brand. It's not Daryl.
J. Cole
it's Joel. No.
Here's the thing about the trade value, though. I don't think he can do anything this season to change that.
No.
He tanked his trade value in the playoffs last season.
Yeah.
My take on it, man, I don't think they're going to find a team for him this season. I think he's possibly may not play this season and then probably work something out with the next season coming up. where some team will say, okay, he has 2 years left, $50 million left. Okay, we can work with you on that.
Also, a lot of this is Rich Paul's fault. You've been for a while, you've been talking and blah, blah, blah. And as mainly because you've been talking because you had that 6'8", 230 behind your back known as LeBron James, your partner, your friend behind you. But as you seeing that he's about to ease himself out, you got to do your job. And so far, you are not keeping your client is hurting you, hurting your reputation and hurting his own. And you're honestly, to me, you're not doing something.
Right. And
I
then
wish
not good.
I wish I had a bell just not came, man. I would have hit the bell on that joint. Ting.
Ben Simmons is not the only one. You got Nerlens Noel also that's, staining this man's name. So, Rich Paul, he's look, there's a lot of agents in the NBA that are more than capable of making their clients a lot of money.
Right.
So he's got to do his job. Like, just do your job. Do your job.
Yeah. Get Jerry Maguire on this job.
or David Falk or something. Like you gotta control it. Or Pelinka when he was a agent. You got to do a better job than this.
Yep.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Let's get on to these picks, man.
Oh, we got to do the 3 things.
Oh, what 3 things y'all got? What y'all got?
So, I have 3 questions concerning it. Well, shifting to the NFL, I got 3 questions I need to ask. I don't have top 10 this week. Been a crazy week. We don't pretend on this show to be something that we're not. We're all working husbands, and I'm Sean and I are fathers. So, I just didn't have time. Just too much going on. So you ain't getting the top 10 from me this week. Sorry about that. But I do have 3 questions to ask, though. If the Miami trade does go down, and when I say Miami, I mean
I knew you was going there.
Miami and the Houston Texans concerning one Deshaun Watson. When he gets to Miami, which of the 31 flavors will he choose to take advantage of? And will he be offered a lifetime subscription to the Miami House of Cheeks? I need to know.
Well, I got a question. Does his lifetime subscription in the Houston House of Cheeks transfer over to Miami? Because, they almost like the same. Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
They got different bylaws. No, they can't do it.
Weird.
The group rate changes when you change time zones.
I think in Houston you can touch them. In Miami you can't touch them.
That's true.
You can't.
Not that I know.
Yeah. If you fold the bill up in your 2 fingers and go like that, you can touch them like that, but not with your actual hand.
Okay.
All right, moving on. Moving on. Will the Browns catch a case of the Kingdoms tonight?
Oh, they will.
Mm-hmm.
We got to do something about that, man. Case of the Kingdoms. That's good, man.
And my last question, will the Ravens be brought up on charges for pulling a Roethlisberger on the Chargers? That's all I got. Let's go to the picks.
Let's go to the picks. Let's go to the picks.
Because the game started in 7 minutes. Let's check it out. All right. I'll start with you, K, man. Tonight, man. Broncos at the Browns.
I want to pick the Broncos. I really do. But it's windy and Teddy can't throw a good pass in the wind because he's not strong arm. I still like the Browns are more talented than the Broncos. Give me the Browns.
Yeah, that's who I picked too. Who you got, B?
The Browns are more talented, but I don't like Case Keenum. I'm picking the Broncos.
Out of spite, my man. Here we
I
go.
told you. Look, I gave you the logic behind my picks last week.
Yeah.
That's not going to change.
All right, B. Panthers at the Giants, B.
Give me the Panthers.
I thought you was gonna take the Giants, man.
What? I'm taking the Panthers, dude.
Oh man. Yeah, boy. That's who I pick. Who you got, K man?
Where's the game at?
New York.
I'm taking the Giants.
Oh.
Oh, is McCaffrey playing?
No.
No.
He's on IR.
I'm taking the Giants.
Well, K man, I gotta say this, America. Last week, K man went 13-1 out of the picks. He got some inside trader stuff going on.
Man, it's that. Look, the Panthers and Sam Darnold don't travel well.
God,
They don't travel well.
But the Giants don't host well either.
Yeah, I know, but something got to give.
Yeah, you sound like Jerry was saying. You said I'm dating the Virgin Minutes contest. Something's got to give. But look, all right, okay, man. This game is interesting, man. The Jets at the Patriots.
Patriots.
Yeah, that's what I picked, man.
What I tell y'all last week? It's gonna be a tight game, but the Cowboys are gonna win because they just have more talent. But I did see some things in that game that don't bode well for the Cowboys going forward.
Wow.
I saw a lot in that game that don't bode well for the Cowboys.
No, I saw one main thing that doesn't bode well for the Cowboys. It was going to stop you, and it's the main thing that helps you to win championships.
Well, you might as well talk about it because they ain't got a game this week.
Yeah,
you don't have a head coach. You don't have a head coach.
Exactly.
You do not have a head coach. If Bill Belichick was on the Dallas sideline with that talent, they would have beat the Patriots by at least 12. I mean, by at least at home, they'd have by at least 14.
I was gonna say at least 14 points. Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
who you got? B Jets or Patriots?
I was just gonna say. Well, I'm picking the Patriots,
right.
But I was just gonna say when Jalen Smith got released 2 weeks ago, this happened right after Mike McCarthy made him a defensive captain.
Mm-hmm.
He made him a defensive captain on Sunday. Tuesday he gets released. Mike McCarthy was not in the loop.
No.
When Jalen Smith got released.
Yeah, you can tell. Yeah. For
the Cowboys to be a threat, they have to turn into, in my opinion, the 2009 Saints. Bend but don't break, but their defense scores multiple touchdowns or multiple with a defense and special teams.
Yeah, and that's probably going to be the key for the Cowboys this season. Defense, special teams. All right, B. Chiefs at the Titans.
The Titans.
Oh.
And I would like to apologize to Titans Nation. Y'all got a big win on Monday night. It wasn't expected. If I did have a top 10 this week, y'all would be number 9. Just know that.
All right, okay, man. Who you got?
I'm going with the Titans.
Everybody else the Chiefs bandwagon.
The Chiefs can't stop anybody, and Derrick Henry is a grown ass man.
I don't know what he is. He ain't no grown man, but he's something bigger than that. I don't know what he is.
I mean, and then with that, the ball control, they can keep Mahomes and BAB and Kelsey off the field. I mean, and defensive wise, they can probably try to just slow them down. I'm going with them. I'm going with the Titans.
The only reason why, because I wanted to pick the Chiefs because I don't know about Julio's hamstring coming into this game.
Yeah, no,
I don't know if he's gonna play, and you really need all hands on deck when you're facing an offense from the Chiefs that can still put up points. Right. Defense ain't gonna scare anybody, but they can still put up points. So that's the only thing that concerns me. But like Kennedy alluded to, there is nothing that the Chiefs have on defense that is remotely capable of stopping Derrick Henry. Nothing. Yeah. And when I don't care how powerful of an offense you have, when your defense can't stop the run, that makes you susceptible to play action. And I think that's going to be a problem.
Bruh, one of that big long run Derrick Henry had, they say that dude got up to almost 22 miles an hour. Who wants to get in front of some dude that's 6'4", 250 pounds going 22 miles an hour?
And the Bills have a decent defense.
Yes. Yeah, there's nothing to sneeze at.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, man, football team at the Packers.
Oh, Packers.
Who you got?
I want to say one. I want to say one thing about the football team. I noticed that a lot of people are starting to think like I think when they made that decision to bring in Ron Rivera. And I was just like, told y'all. I'm not Ron Rivera. I mean, Jack Del Rio. I told y'all.
Their defense is so depressing this season. B, should I ask you who you taking, B?
No, you should not.
Oh, I also would say this. After in the all season, when Vic Fangio gets fired, it'd be a good move to bring in Vic Fangio to be our defensive coordinator. The same.
All right, B Wig, Falcons at the Dolphins.
The Falcons.
Dang. Really?
Yeah. Really?
Dang, man. Everybody giving up on Tua. Who you got, K-Man?
I got the Dolphins.
Yeah, there you go.
Falcons don't travel well either.
Oh, they ain't gotta go that far. That's an hour and a half plane ride.
Yeah, if that.
Really? I gotta go that far.
Two blocks. Them dudes in Decatur. They stink in Decatur.
Hey man, it might be going to that spot. They got the good wings. All right, K-Man. Bengals at the Ravens.
Oh, Ravens. But this is going to be a really good game.
Yeah, I think it is. I picked the Ravens too, but I think it's going to be a real good game. Who you got, Pete?
The Bengals have gotten close on numerous occasions.
Yeah, they're 4-2.
I think this is the week that they beat a good team. Give me the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh. Okay, American. All right.
Oh, and I would say this. You know how I like to pick on coaches who I don't think deserve a shot. Zachary Taylor and Cliff Kingsbury are making me eat my words. So far. But here's the thing. I'm happy to be wrong.
Jamar Chase, Rookie of the Year. Telling you.
But see, the thing about it, Cliff's been making you eat your words since last year, though. This ain't just start this year. They were turning the corner last year.
Yeah, they've gotten better this year.
No, I won't allow that. No.
K-Man, they're only undefeated team.
No. Kyler turned the corner for me last year. I still don't. I'm still no.
All right, B-Wig. A lot of people been talking about this game, man. A lot of people. Lions at the Rams.
What are they talking about it for? Rams.
Because the team switched quarterbacks.
Okay. Give me the Rams.
Give me
the Rams. Give me the Rams. Give me the Rams.
Yeah, I picked the Rams too, man. Yeah, just like we say, the Lions play hard.
They do, but they just got that much talent.
They didn't really play all that hard this past week. I'm just saying.
And I think that's the reason why the coach cried. That game they lost is because it's starting to beat down on them.
Yeah, early in the season.
I think they need a win, and they got a lot of bad injuries. Like Jeff Okuda down for the year.
Yeah.
Penny Sewell has problems,
Yeah.
Dang. All right, K-Man. Eagles at the Raiders.
Give me the Raiders. Give me the Eagles.
What? Really?
What'd I tell you? I said the Raiders are going to beat the Broncos, and then they're going to fall off.
You was right about that. I give you that. All right, B, who you got?
I know nothing about what you speak of. Give me the Raiders. Just like you said, the Raiders are going to win and fall off. Jalen Hurts is a human seesaw.
Yeah, it's like he took a step back last week for some reason.
He's a human seesaw at quarterback, and he'll wow you one play and throw a strike 40 yards down the field, and he'll come back the next play and stare his receiver down.
In his defense, this is only his second year,
and he doesn't have a coach. I understand.
Yeah,
right. All right.
But in this particular situation, and the amount of spite that I, hold against that, I'm not picking him.
Yeah, okay, I understand.
All right, B. Texans at the Cardinals.
Oh, you for real?
Davis Mills.
Okay. Yeah, Cardinals. I'm never picking the Texans again. That experiment failed miserably this past week.
I don't know.
I thought I was on to something, but
I did. No.
That text you sent out, B. You told me I'm sitting here looking at it as I picked the text. Who you got, K, man?
I got the Cardinals.
So they going 7-0. Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dang. Who saw that coming?
No one.
Nobody.
No one. Not even in the GM's drunken haze, he couldn't see them going 7-0.
Oh boy. All right. K, man, Bears at the Bucks.
Oh, give me the Bucks.
Yeah, it's gonna be a beat down here. Who you got, B?
Bucks.
Yeah, that's gonna be ugly. I hope that's not America's game of the week.
It better not be.
Oh God! It's Chicago. It could be.
Yeah. It's either gonna be that or Cardinals at the Texans, something like that. All right.
Yeah, then it's Chicago.
B. Colts at the 49ers.
You said at the 49ers?
Yeah, they playing it up in San Fran.
I take the 49ers.
Oh man. All right. I took the Colts. Who you got, K, man?
I took the 49ers, maybe while Kyle Shanahan was in Denver last week, as his father, Mike Shanahan, the winningest coach in the Denver Broncos history, was going into the Ring of Fame. About time. Like John Lynch went in before him. This is the stupidest thing ever. But maybe his dad talked to his son. And because Mike, people say that Kyle's arrogant. He get it from Mike.
Yeah.
You might be right.
Oh, no. I'm not. No, might be. Mike is arrogant. But he might need to talk to his son, like, just go back to the old school. Stop all the, shenanigans. Just go back to the old school.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get
back to basics. Yeah. Yeah.
I give you that one. All right, K, man, the Monday night game. Y'all already know who I got. Saints at the Seahawks.
Oh, give me the Saints.
Yeah,
I don't trust Geno.
Who you got, B?
I don't trust either one.
James Winston or Geno?
Let me put it this way. I don't trust Jameis in a grocery store. I don't trust Geno around a football field.
I'm taking the Seahawks, bro.
Okay.
Jameis has me scared. Like, since week 1, it's been ugly.
I think he's only thrown 4 interceptions this year versus 13 or 14 touchdowns. But
I don't know what the numbers are, but the eye test, he's failing my eye test.
Yeah.
And Geno, he didn't look terrible like I thought he would Sunday night.
So. He didn't like he did when he played for the Jets. I'll say that.
He ain't a little bit better than that. I mean, get a man a little bit more credit than that. I mean, I'll be the first one to say, he kind of proved me wrong, and I trashed him. I didn't think that they were going to have a chance. Sunday night.
Who they play?
The Steelers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Come on.
It was still kind of a close game. Yeah. I think they won. Steelers won 23-20, something like that. But yeah. All right, man. So look here. Somehow K-Man and caught me, man. B-Wig, you had 58 and 36. Me and the K-Man at 62 and 32. K-Man and came up and caught me. Ain't this about? I don't believe that, man.
I'm out here grinding.
Those standards played into my picks as well. I'm just trying to pick different teams so I can catch up. There's a science to this thing.
It's just week 7. It's just week 7. Not like it's week 14.
Man, I was, and look, I couldn't believe it. When I was checking the scores of the game, and I text you, I said, man, if K-Man go 14 and knows something wrong, he knows something we don't.
I should have went 14. I should have went 14 and 0, but Derrick Henry said, no, sir.
Yeah.
What can I do?
And then look, K-Man, we had the opposite of the spectrum with Brandon texting, I can't even pick this thing.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Y'all had me rolling with that stuff, boy. Oh, let me up. The Browns have scored already. It's 7-0.
Oh, shocking.
Got change my pick.
No.
They're on the books. It's on the books.
He didn't clickety clack with the Excel spreadsheet. No, it's in there.
I gotta come up with a new system. I gotta go back in the lab.
Hey, look. The Broncos just came up a yard short on 4th down.
Shocking. Oh my gosh. Shocking.
Rub the salt in the wound. Go ahead. Go right ahead.
Hold on. Who was that talking about the case of the Keenums?
This guy right there.
But it's early. It's very early.
Yeah.
All the Browns have to do is score 3 more points. Game over.
3 more? That's it?
3 more.
Still got 10 minutes left in the game. Let me see. There you go. See, look at this mess.
3 more.
Man.
But you still got time. Still got time. It's still early, man, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Oh.
Hey, well, I'm gonna go downstairs and enjoy my salad and hold out hope.
I'm about to get some sunflower seeds and watch this game. I probably fall asleep down here. I almost fell asleep on the couch eating that. We had potato salad, macaroni and cheese, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was eating.
Yeah, for real.
That's why I was about to be sleeping. Yeah,
for real.
All right, man.
That itis is at your hamstrings.
Yeah.
Like, good grief.
All right, man.
All right,
y'all.
Have a great show. Peace.
Holla.
Get your shot, America.